Contractor business tip number 215 from the book 501 Contractor Tips. Pay attention to everything your clients are talking about. I'm not just talking about the project that you're there to give them an estimate for. And again, this is another one of these critical things that could make a big difference while you're working for the people. You're going to need to actually see if you can get along with these people. If they're somebody you think you're going to have a problem with, you might need to add a little more money to the project, which is what I went over in the last tip, the video. But this is important. You know, you've got to, when they respond to something, you ask them a question. If they think about it a lot, it might mean that they're not sure what they want, which this is a whole nother arena of problems. Could be create a lot of problems for the project, because they might not know what they want for sure, and then they're looking for you to convince them that this is what they want. And then when you start the project, or it gets a little farther into it, they're blaming you for designing the project, you know, or I didn't want that kind of a thing. So that's just one aspect. You know, it kind of goes back to, and I think I made videos on this earlier, where you have arrogant clients, you have clients that are real meek and stuff like that. This is something, and don't forget, your estimate, your proposal is something that you're going to present to the client, and it should have all the information they need in it. When they sign that and you verify everything that's in the estimate, and once it becomes a contract, if they want to change things, you need to make sure you're compensated for it. But at the same time, and this is what I'm getting to in the core of this message here, if you think they're going to be changing a lot of things, it's going to look like you're nickel and diming them. You're providing them with change orders. You're not doing this. This is like, why even work for them in the first place? And this was always my attitude. This isn't the attitude of business people. They're going to take whatever, add some more money into the profit or the overhead or just the entire project to cover potential problems. And as long as they're still making money, they're fine. If they never work for these people again or get bad-mouthed, that's fine. They're fine with that. I was never fine with that. If I didn't really get along with someone, I tried to avoid working for them because of the problems I had in the past from people that I didn't catch right off the bat. Maybe I'm not going to have problems. I'm going to go ahead and do the job anyway, and then ended up having problems with them. So pay attention to everything that people say, everything they're doing. Keep your eyes and ears open. You know, this is the best way to figure out if you're going to be able to get along with them and end the project on a good note. And there's just something else I want to throw in here. I remember someone told me one time, if you do 10 jobs and you have 10 people that are happy, and your 11th job you do and you have one unhappy person, this basically erases all of the 10 jobs that you did where you had happy people. And there's a little bit of truth to that. Because if you have one person that starts bad-mouthing you, and hey, they did this, we weren't happy with them, they didn't do this and that, and blah, 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 people tend to pay more attention to that, the negative stuff, than they do the good stuff. So try and wrap your mind around what I'm talking about on that particular saying that I heard, because there's a lot of truth to that.